Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the six-time Super Bowl champs from the AFC, the Pittsburgh Steelers, taking on the NFC. Champions, the Chicago Bears. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, excited for this one. I mean, Charles, the Steelers back in the Super Bowl once again. Their 9th appearance overall, second only to the Patriots' 11. But if the Steelers win this one, then they'd be on top of the all-time win standings, as it would be their 7th title.
What a franchise. Come on, join me for a minute, okay? Come back to the 1970s with me. Back to the steel curtain defense. Back to Terry Bradshaw, quarterback. Throwing to Lynn Swann and John Stallworth. Franco Harris running the football with Rocky Blyer. That team was something, all right? And that started the path to where we are right here, right now. This team's pretty good, too. And they want their own history? What an accomplishment this would be to win a 7th Super Bowl title for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Meanwhile, the turnaround has been a sharp one for these Chicago Bears. 19-45. That was their record from 2014 through 17. Then the division title last year. Everybody remembers the double doink in the playoffs. But now the Bears are back looking for what would be just their 2nd Super Bowl title.
Of course, you know they won plenty of titles prior to the Super Bowl coming into existence. They won 8 NFL titles. Who'll ever forget Papa Bear, George Halas leading that franchise? But they have made 2 appearances in the big game itself. They won Super Bowl 20, pounded the Patriots, one of the most dominant performances we've ever seen. And then they lost to Peyton Manning and the Colts in Super Bowl 41. Can this team do their own Super Bowl shuffle and grab the Lombardi Trophy and bring it back to Chicago?
Black 80! Alert, alert!
Coming this way, here we go, here we go. Check 59, Mike is 59, Mike's at 59. Yeah, let's get a second. Mike's 59,
50!
all day. 59's Mike.
Hey, it's Orbit!
Record.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. And an alley to run. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run on first down. Gordon. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Able to get this to Gordon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Call it a 1. Yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Black 20.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Connor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
18.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
18. General West. Check 26. Check 26. Ran. Hey, echo.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Trubisky. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Trubisky to throw. Shaheen, the tight end, on the right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
One work. Mike's 50. Let's go, Mike 50. One work. Hey, 18. Check. 6-6. Pull it high. Hey. High.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, let's go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped them at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super toe.
Watch out. Look, facing.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17-yard line.
Hey, guys, 180. Down to lose one. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. One day. We got 4.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football.
Like 80.
Like 59. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still y'all playing the wrong football.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
1st and goal.
Ready? 180.
58. Come on. Hey, watch the slate. Under 10. Under 10.
1st and goal. Melvin Gordon. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-7. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Trubisky. Going underneath here to Shaheen. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Check it back. Check it back. Ran.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
from just shy of midfield. Trubisky under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Bush coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
26, Mike. 26.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Going up top for Miller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Black 20. Left out. Recon, 132 fighter. Middle.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Gordon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here's the fullback. This is Roosevelt Nix. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Jack 16. 77. Move. Check 31. Check 31. Check. Coaching spell.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
He's got Smith here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Three down. Watch number 29.
26.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He'll find Miller. That's complete. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Trubisky will throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Adam Shaheen was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
26 Mike. 26 Mike.
Stop your whining.
Check 3. Check 3. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
61. Matchbox lights.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hey, 4 down. 4 down.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Bears, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Hey, 180. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike.
He owned it.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
Good. 180. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They try again with Montgomery. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal.
Check 24. Check 18. Check hot route. Hot.
Here is Montgomery on 3rd and goal. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot on
best.
the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
No spacing. 8. Hey, Charlie.
58, right there.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Ready?
Watch the run.
Hey, ball. Hey, Alpha.
Tighten up.
Alert.
Hey, alert 3.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down.
On springs free, Montgomery loses it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Kill. Alert.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And this one complete to Smith. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Alert.
And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
26 minutes, 26 minutes. Watch the curl, watch the curl. Show it. Red, touch.
18. Bravo.
26 minutes. Watch twist.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
45.
Hey, alert. These two.
On 3rd down, Gordon. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On first down, Connor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. They'll run here with Connor. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald there to make the grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complimentary?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
26 Mike. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down.
Hey, Delta.
55, Mike. 55. All right. Here we go. Let's go.
Move.
Hey, let's get there. Rush in. Rush in.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on fourth down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Washington to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Alert, 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 alert.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Coming to you, coming to you.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Come on now.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On 2nd and goal, Trubisky. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are back within a single score. They get 1 more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gordon, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only do they stop him short of the 1st, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 40.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout.
I don't know why we did it, but we went to their final walkthrough for some reason. And what did we see? Their last play in walkthrough was taking a knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They want that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out. Defense can't stop the clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick. The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the Steel City. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workout. 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.